In NFL discussions, you hear the letters CBA or collective bargaining agreement all the time. But what does that actually mean, and why is everyone always arguing about it? Well, we'll be talking about all that and more. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up or thumbs down because it's your thumb, and let's go ahead and get into it. The collective bargaining agreement in the NFL is a contract between the owners and the Players Association. And the owners take a vote on if they're for something or against something. And once they pass it, then it goes into the Players Association, where their leaders in that, which is not every single player in the NFL, they as well vote on it and decide if that should be something that should be added or taken away in their collective bargaining agreement. In 2020, the NFL Owners and Players Association agreed on a new collective bargaining agreement that will go from the previous 2020 season up until 2023. In this new collective bargaining agreement, athletes are given way much more than they were seen in their previous collective bargaining agreement. The first things they got were splitting revenue. And when it comes to revenue in the NFL, they have a whole bunch of it. So to know all about the revenue that is in the NFL, make sure to check out this video right here where I talk about how much money the NFL makes. After that money is trickled in, when it comes to splitting revenue, you would probably think it's a 50-50 thing. No, it's not. But now, at least with this new collective bargaining agreement, athletes will be getting 48% of the league's revenue, and it could go up to 48.5% in the next coming years because the NFL is being put on new platforms as Amazon Prime and Peacock TV, which gives them more media rights and more money to hand over to the players. And when you're talking about money, these athletes want to make sure their salaries are secured and or if they can make more. And that is what happened in this collective bargaining agreement, as the minimum NFL salary was increased to $660,000 in 2021, and it will go up $45,000 more in the 2022 season. The increase in the minimum salary, which will in turn raise the salary cap in the NFL. If you want to know more about that, you can check out this video right here where I go deep dive into the 2021 NFL salary cap. And to go along with their paycheck, fines definitely come out of that as well. But in this new collective bargaining agreement, they have decided to cut back on fines and what they give fines for and how harsh those fines are, because they will go out to a neutral arbitrator, and that neutral arbitrator will determine what actions need to be taken against that particular athlete. And as you've probably seen this NFL season, there are more games than have ever been played before, and that was decided within the collective bargaining agreement, as the NFL added one more regular season game and has opened up the playoffs to more teams. And now there will be 7 teams from each conference playing in the playoffs. And that means that there'll be 6 wild card games played on wild card weekend, at least until this collective bargaining agreement is over. And that will be 3 games split between Sunday and Saturday. But the biggest win for me personally when it comes to the NFL's new collective bargaining agreement is that the players are getting so much more in their benefits that they've ever gotten before. Because in this new collective bargaining agreement, the athlete's pension is raised 10%, as well as their 401k was increased $30,000, and that could go up in increments within the next few years. And for the first time, NFL athletes will be given vision insurance coverage as well as tuition reimbursement if they decide to go back to college, along with a lot of other things that I kind of felt they should have had at the beginning. And one of the interesting things that I saw in the collective bargaining agreement is that if a player is cut mid-season, he will receive 35% termination pay within the 2 weeks that he is cut from the team. Well, now that you know what is in the new collective bargaining agreement in the NFL, make sure to check out the Her Sports Convo podcast, where I post new podcast episodes every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I talk about all things NFL, NBA, and what is happening in the week in sports. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified every time I post a new video, which are on Mondays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As well as this holiday season, I'll be doing a holiday live show with a few of my friends, and let me know down in the comments below what day of the week you would like to see that, as well as the time, because you are going to want to be there. You do not want to miss this. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up or thumbs down because it's still your thumb. And remember, don't be afraid to join the convo. On the Applebee's in the tip, on a Dixie laying the light.